Viewer discretion is advised.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Train Simulator 2020. My name is YoAdrian, and today we're going to be doing a scenario here on the Castle Rock Railroad route. Going to be doing a frozen goods train. We are in charge of bringing this extra train of frozen goods to help keep the freezer stocked at grocery stores during the virus pandemic. Should be an easy run. The line hardly sees any rail traffic at night. Basically, we're supposed to do this at night, but with the locomotive I'm using does not have any cab lighting. So unfortunately I had to do it early in the morning instead of at night, but still we won't hardly see any rail traffic at all for the most part. So let's go ahead and hop in the scenario here and see what it's all about. Alright, so here we are in the scenario. Like I said, this was a custom, whipped up scenario made by myself. Today we're going to be driving OFOX 3076 with a whole bunch of different UP engines. These are like your default Kuju, or however you pronounce it, Gevos, and then we also have searchlight simulations or jointed rails hopper cars in for today, which is a very nice touch because these are some very nice looking reefer cars. I think I said hopper cars, I meant reefer cars. But these are some very nice refrigerated cars, a lot better than what you would typically get out of the default ones from Kuju. A lot more detailed, so much better. So I threw these in just for this run, and I'll probably end up doing some more stuff with them. And then we have a long train today, as you guys can see there, and then we also have a DPU on the rear as well. So we guys got that awesome thing going on right there. Cool. Got the headlight on the rear as well as the headlights on the front. Alright, let's go ahead and get on out of here. Also got some new sound sets in for the SD40-2 locomotive, and I'll have those linked down in the description below if you guys do want to check them out. But here's a sneak peek of some other stuff that I had found the other day in game. Let's go ahead and just kind of run it around over here. You guys can see here I got some Chicago Northwestern Dash 8s. Comes in like a UP patched, and then just regular Chicago and Northwestern. And then here I have something very rare and was never actually a thing, but someone decided to go make a repaint for it. And it is a Chicago and Northwestern SD9043 Mac. And I'm not quite sure why it is so dark, but it is. I'm not sure if that's just something to do issue with the model or what's going on with it, but we're going to be showing these off here soon as well, so stay tuned for those as we get back into our cab here. On a clear signal, we got some BNSF power over there, some more bonnet schemes. There we go. So we're going to be got a maximum of 40 miles an hour on this trip today. There we go. Check that out. And if you guys are enjoying the video so far, do make sure you hit the like button, as well as that subscribe button with the bell icon as well. Greatly appreciate if you guys would. Decided to go with Union Pacific today, and that's only because the other day on my Discord server someone had sent me a video where Union Pacific actually uploaded to their YouTube channel, stating that they're doing whatever they can to basically keep the goods moving throughout this pandemic and throughout this tough time for everybody and everything like that. So they said that they're trying to keep the goods moving, adding extra trains to ensure more goods are being moved from point A to point B basically. So originally I planned to do this with BNSF, but I figured with UP doing that video, I figured I would do like a dedication to Union Pacific for that as well. So I decided to just go with the UP here, and then of course we got the UP on the rear as well. But we do have the BNSF refrigerator cars. That's only because these are the nicer versions of what we have in game. But decided to go with the SD40-2 lead power today, and that's only because it's a very nice locomotive, and it's one of those locomotives you typically don't see anymore unless it's been rebuilt and stuff like that. So but yeah, decided to go with it. It is OFOX 3076, and it is called Residico. RESDICO is the name of the carrier, or the rail line that owns it right now. But yeah, it is like a prototypical to the real life OFOX as well. It does have that CITX kind of blurred out in the background there on both sides. It does have that fire extinguisher logo or sticker on the door as well. But I can guarantee you we're going to be struggling today with this train. You guys can see we're going 20 miles an hour out of 40. And that's only because we do have a very long train with only 3 units. So we did distribute the power though. So we are also going up a 2.3% grade. So yeah, definitely going to be struggling up this grade here. Hopefully once we start getting the grade starts decreasing or declining basically, we should be able to get some more speed up in this bitch. But yeah guys, I hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday so far. Very nice. I ended up calling off yesterday because my ride wasn't going in, so I ended up calling off yesterday and stuff like that. So I ended up just quickly whipping up this scenario and stuff like that. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna be really struggling. We're on a 1.2% grade right now. You gotta love it. I should have threw some extra power on this train for this, just because of this, but oh well. It's not like the railroad world has seen worse. We got about 22 miles to get to our destination here. Hopefully we'll be able to make it. We're currently in notch 8 struggling, so let's just go ahead and try to cut some power here and try to see if maybe that'll help us out a little bit. Oh, no, maybe not. Alright, let's keep her back in notch 8. We got some wheel slip going on, which we don't want. Come on, grade. Go down. Go down. I don't want to stall this train. I do not want to stall this train. Oh. Oh. Steady at 8.7. There we go. Struggling, but we're not stalling. Struggling, but it ain't stalling, which is good, which is definitely good. I knew the SD42 had it in her. I knew it did. Alright, so let's just keep going at a steady incline here. Up on this little grade we got going on, a 1.2 grade. Oh, we're going back down again. Get some more power up in this bitch with some sand. There we go. There we go. I wonder if that's why they had us run on the left main. Is because they knew that this was going to be struggling a little bit. And look at that train whipping around that curves over there. That's pretty cool. Try to get some more power in this bitch. There we go. Alright, but yeah, so not this previous weekend, but the weekend before, we were trying to get like frozen food from the stores because, you know, everyone was panic buying and everything like that. So we were just trying to find some stuff that we can have and everything like that. So we had our freezer stocked as well because everyone else was panic buying. So we had no other option but to, you know, do the same thing because we didn't know when the stores were going to be in stock of everything again. So last weekend pretty much everything was empty. You guys can see there we're actually like right on the edge of the red for the amps. So that's good, not good, but we're not technically currently in the red as far as we honestly probably would be if we only had this solo unit. So we're only pulling about 1,000 amps at 900 RPM, but we are going up in speed, which is good. But yeah, getting back to the story here. So yeah, pretty much the weekend before, the previous weekend, everything was in stock. Ended up going to Walmart after work on Monday just to get a few things like basic, like milk and bread and ground beef and stuff like that. So the stores were actually pretty stocked for the most part. So a lot of stuff was like, you know, out. but it's understandable. Luckily they had ground beef and milk. But yeah, I want to give a huge shout out to all the railroaders out there, truck drivers that are out there delivering goods to keeping our stores and everything else stocked and all that fun stuff. So I thank you guys so much, as well as to everyone that is working out there that is an essential employee as well. Thank you guys to all like the healthcare workers, retail workers, fast food workers, truck drivers, railroaders, law enforcement, firefighters, EMS, all you factory warehouse workers that are still, like myself, that are still working, as well as like anybody at like an office job at a hospital or anything like that, like tow truck operators. All you guys, give a huge shout out to everyone out there for putting your lives at risk for, you know, during this pandemic and stuff like that. I know Illinois has confirmed 5,000 cases. It was a few days ago, so the number might be going up. Then I also heard that President Trump was actually going to be signing a order to basically do a 2-week quarantine for everyone, to shut down everything except for like hospitals and grocery stores. So it's like, that's pretty much what's going on now, except it's going to be probably more controlled and stuff like that. So just probably be grocery stores, maybe like a gas station, and then your hospitals and stuff like that. So it's like, it's going to be more restricted than what it is now. So it's supposed to be a two-week quarantine for everybody. So I know with this next paycheck, I'm gonna end up going to Walmart to go stock up on some more stuff, just in case that does actually become a thing. So with like Illinois, the new 5,000 confirmed cases, we're probably going to be doing the stay-at-home order until April 30th, is what I've been hearing, instead of the original April 7th. So not quite sure what's going to happen with that, but I want to make sure that we have all the essentials that we need and everything like that. I'm not going to go out and hoard toilet paper, because that's stupid. But we are probably going to pick up like a pack or two, just to kind of, you know, make sure that we have it if we need it. As well as same thing with food. I'm probably going to pick up some ground beef and everything like that. Some more ground beef and all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, like I said, I went to the store Monday. Everything was pretty much stocked. A lot different than what it was the previous weekend, where the frozen aisles were completely empty. And if you guys have me on Snapchat, you guys probably did see that on Snapchat, where everything was pretty empty. Same with the bread aisle, the milk, eggs, canned goods, all that was empty and stuff like that. But yeah, so and I went Monday. Everything was for the most part stocked. There was a shit ton of milk, a shit ton of eggs. I didn't really go in the canned goods aisle, but they didn't really have like any coffee cream or anything like that. Cheese was all stocked. Most of the frozen aisles were stocked and everything like that. So definitely a good sign. Unless this happens again, then, you know, everyone's going to keep panic buying and stuff like that. One of the funny thing though is that when we were doing our initial shopping, there was a lot of like frozen pizzas that were there, like of flavors that nobody likes. Because like if you go like the Jack's Pizza, all like the sausage, pepperoni, like your basic pizzas were gone. Then you had leftovers like your spicy Italian sausage and like your bacon cheeseburgers. So literally Kayla and I just stocked up on those. We ended up getting like 8 Jack's Pizzas just in total from that trip, which I thought was funny. Because, I mean, hell, they're cheap, and you never know if you're going to need them or not. So, I'm picking up 2. We ended up having 2. We each get, like, when we do pizzas, we each get our own, basically, instead of sharing one. So, we ended up, I have a bacon cheeseburger. She had a pepperoni the other night. So, we still have about 6 left in the freezer and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's, a lot better than what it looked like, except that's only one store out of the 4 Walmarts in my area. So, we'll see. But yeah, today we're technically going to be taking this load up to Castle Rock. The train's actually going to go a lot further than where we're taking it, and that's only because that's as far as the line goes, basically. So it'll end there in about 20 miles or so. But yeah, so we're still currently in notch 8. I want to see if we can try to speed this puppy up on this low grade once we start going downhill. Probably set the dynamics and stuff so we don't have a runaway train going, because this is a heavy train, especially with all these refrigerator cars are loaded. Definitely a very heavy train. But yeah, so today we're just going to be basically delivering loads to frozen goods. It was supposed to be to, part of it's going to like a Walmart distribution center up the road from Castle Rock, but it's only accessed by truck. It'd be kind of cool if they can actually build like a rail line to access it, so like we can drop off, you know, goods to them, but it's only accessed by truck, so it's going to go to Castle Rock, get dropped off a few of the cars, and then we're going to continue on the journey to go to other places, and then of course it's going to get unloaded from the train, go to truck, and then of course the train's going to return to where it came from empty to restock, and then head on back out. But yeah, so that's going to be that. We're just going to be taking the loads to Castle Rock basically, for the most part. Very nice looking train as well. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Like I said, I love the old SD42 locomotives. Like, they're probably one of my all-time favorite freight locomotives from like the older days of railroading. Basically, right now my favorite one's got to be the now currently retired SD80 MAC locomotives. But yeah, so it looks like we got another clear indicator here, which is good. Up to 27 miles an hour, so we're definitely doing a lot better than we did previously. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying the video, do make sure you guys hit the like button as well as that subscribe button with the bell icon. If you guys do want a definite like upload notification of when I do go post a video or go live or whichever, go ahead and make sure you join the Discord server. Link is down in the description below, as well as the links to all of this stuff will be in the description below. The SD42 repaint, the searchlight simulations / jointed rail reefer cars, as well as the SD40-2 sound pack that I have thrown in the game. Everything will be down in the description down below. If you guys do want to check it out, I'll have those linked. As well as whenever I do end up showing off the new the CNW stuff that I just showed you guys earlier in the beginning of the video, all that stuff will be linked in those video descriptions. They will not be linked in this one. But a little bit of history about this locomotive here. It's actually gone through a very interesting life. It started out as Sioux Line, which got taken over by Canadian Pacific, but it started out as Sioux Line as an SD40 751, and then once CP took over, Canadian Pacific ended up purchasing Sioux Line, became CP SD40 number 751. And then I'm not sure if, let's go and set the dynamics now since we're on this grade here. Yeah, we are speeding, but that's alright. Now, I'm not quite sure if, whatchamacallit, I'm not quite sure if it was actually upgraded to an SD40-2 before or after CP sold it off, but it was sold to Alstom Canada as GCFX number 3076, and then after that it was sold to CIT Group, leasing under the same number, and now it's under the ownership of RESIDCO or Resdico. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but our dynamic brakes are not working. I don't know why our dynamic brakes aren't working. Let's just go ahead and try to use the train brakes here. But yeah, so as of right now, I'm not quite sure if this locomotive is actually still like operating or if it's scrapped. And that's only because there has been no photos of it since 2015. And I don't know if you guys look up like our pictures archive, if you guys are rail fans and stuff like that, you know, you can get like full rosters and like pictures on the locomotives. But yeah, on that site, nothing has been posted about this locomotive since 2015. So it makes me want to believe that it is actually either stored or scrapped in a deadline somewhere, or even scrapped. I don't know. But yeah, I have no clue. Like I said, I don't know if it's still operating under Resdico, if it's scrapped, if it got rebuilt into one of the CSX SD42s. I have no clue. There's nothing I can tell you about that one. So, but yeah, I'm not sure why my dynamic brake isn't working. That's interesting, because I do have the dynamic brake set over here. That is interesting. Dynamic brake is all the way up. So, Sounds like it, but it doesn't sound like the dynamic brake is even on either, so I don't know. I do not know. But we should be hitting Larkspur here soon. I believe it's actually going to be coming up in a little bit. But yeah, here's just a little glimpse of the Searchlight Simulations reefer cars. Very nice looking. I love the blue things that it's got on the wheels and stuff like that. Excess height car, Thermo King refrigerator, or AC unit basically. Very nicely detailed as well. Like I said, so much better than the default cars that came with Railworks. Very nicely done. And they are also free. So any of the rolling stock that you see on Searchlight Simulations website is free. So of course I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of different unit trains with those cars as well. So stay tuned for those. Upcoming soon. And yeah, like I said, they're very nice cars. I've actually seen a whole lot of these out on the rails. Back when I was living out in Hoopston, Illinois, it was actually a CSX train. Because CSX owns the line that runs through there. But it was a full train of nothing but these BNSF reefer cars. So I was like, shit. So it looks like our dynamic is actually working out, seems like. Well, maybe not, because we do have train brake on. There we go. There we go. But yeah, these are so much more higher quality than the Kuju, or however you pronounce it, one. So I'm very, very excited about that. As well as I'm also very excited to be showcasing off the, I don't want to say it's brand new, but it's brand new to me, the Searchlight Simulations Canadian Pacific AC4400 CW locomotive. Very excited to be showing that off to you guys. I know it's not a new locomotive, it's been out for almost a year now, but it is new to me, so I'm going to be showing that off in a later video, probably this week, or maybe even throughout the weekend into early next week, depending on what time slot I put it into. Because like I said, I do want to keep some variety going on the channel, especially with people, you know, being home and stuff like that, working from home. I want to add some different variety, so it's not like you have 4 GTA 5 episodes in a row, and then you get a train sim, and then you're back to GTA for another like 2 or 3, and then you go to ATS. So we got a crossing coming up here. I freaking love that horn. I really do. But yeah, I'm trying to add some different variety to the channel, just so I am appealing to all the audiences that are out at home, because I know a lot of the kids are out of school and a lot of people are actually out of work right now, so they're probably a lot of the time are sitting there playing video games, watching YouTube, all that fun stuff. So I'm just trying to like widen my audience to everyone, so I'm not like, you know, leaving anybody out basically. So one day we'll do train sim, maybe we'll do American Truck Sim, Train Sim World, GTA 5, and then something else, then back to, you know, American Truck Simulator and all that. So but yeah, I'm trying to like broaden my audience, so like I got everybody covered. So if you don't like LSPD4 but you like Train Sim, I've got you covered. If you don't like Train Sim but like, you know, American Truck Sim, I've got you covered there as well. But just listen to that bell. So better sounding than the default ones for sure. I need to like replace all my default sounds, but the only thing I've noticed is that anytime Train Sim has an update, it replaces everything. So if I have this SD40 sound set in, and then I go and purchase the DLC, it'll end up replacing these sounds, even though if it has nothing to do with the folder. So I never understood that, but it is something that does happen. So I mean, we should be coming up on Larkspur here soon. I don't know. I thought we would be coming up on Larkspur. Unless it's a little bit further down the line than I remember, because I thought Larkspur was like the halfway point between Monument and Castle Rock. I don't know. I do not know. Definitely do not know. Alright, so here we are back in the cab of our SD40-2. You guys saw a little run by there of the full contest we're running today. Dynamic brake is now finally operating and in service, and it looks like we are actually coming up on Larkspur right here. So we are coming up on Larkspur from this crossing here. So I do remember this crossing at the curve. There we go. Let's go and put the dynamics back in full. And since we are currently speeding up a storm, let's go ahead and set the brake here. We don't want to be speeding through Larkspur. But yeah, milepole 13. Here we are at Larkspur. So we got a 55 coming up for us, but we're not going to be doing the 55. Actually, we are. Here is Larkspur. One of the weird things about Larkspur is the actual station it's got. So you'll actually have to switch the track to get to the one platform on that side. There's no platform on this side. Then you have to switch back onto the main line. So if you're running this way, and you're actually running on the right track, on the track to the right of us, you actually have to diverge here, come over here, get over here, and diverge back. I think it's more of a complicated process than it actually has to be. Because especially if you're running a hotshot intermodal, you're not going to want to wait for an Amtrak train to diverge and then get into the passenger station and then end up coming back in. Especially with like a train like this is a high priority. You don't want to be having us wait on an Amtrak to slow down to like 30 miles an hour to switch tracks and then, you know, stuff like that. But here's a look at the facilities over here. Like it's going to be busy. Some essential workers are over there because you see a whole line of cars. Listen to the dynamics though. A little hand brake right here, but listen to those dynamics though. Alright, so we got about 9 miles left to go in our journey here. We got about 9 3/4 miles left in this journey here. Let's go and throttle this bitch up a little bit. Another thing that I ended up seeing yesterday actually was that, and of course it was after I did my Metro video, but someone has spotted that F59 that I was talking about, that I said that Metro repainted into their current paint scheme and then it just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. So supposedly that locomotive is actually out on the rails pulling passengers. It's just no one's actually caught it yet. As well as Metro has added a new livery to their MP36s. It's going to be MP36 number 402, which is their state of Illinois locomotive. It was unveiled yesterday, or not yesterday, yeah, yesterday, that it is a state of Illinois design. It's got a brand new paint scheme. It's going to be the same actual like design of their current scheme with like the blue, orange, and stuff like that, but it is a red, white, and blue scheme. And I'll actually have a picture of what it kind of looks like in the video here. But it looks super nice actually. I do like it. It looks very sleek. And it's kind of like a dedication to the state of Illinois, because since Metro does serve them, and then of course it also serves Wisconsin as for one train. But it's kind of like a dedication to Illinois type deal for the most part. It's got the outline of the state on the back of the locomotive, and then the whole body is basically white of the locomotive, and it's got the lining that's blue and then red. And then it's also got the county's seals, or the seals of the counties, whatchamacallit, seals of the counties on the front of the locomotive that Metro actually, like, you know, serves and stuff like that. So it was a nice looking locomotive. Definitely gonna make me go out to Chicago this summer to do some rail fanning and stuff like that, for sure. I do want to catch some of the newly rebuilt F40 FPHM-2s or 3s now, I guess. Do want to catch some of the F-59s and the Amtrak schemes, as well as catch some older F-40s and stuff like that as well. So that'd be really cool to do. So definitely going to make me do a rail fanning trip to Illinois, or not to Illinois, to Chicago sometime soon. She actually wants to go to New York and Florida, so those will be some upcoming trips as well soon. So I'm thinking of doing a couple different things with that. I'm doing probably going to think of doing some vlogs, some vlogging, and then a rail fanning video, depending on how things go. It might be 2 vlogs, it might be 3, I don't know. But the only thing I do know is I need to drop money on a new laptop that I can actually do some video editing on. So we're not going to be doing those this year. Probably next year. We'll be taking some trips out there. And I do want to head to California. And that's only because I do want to rail fan the Caltrain and the Pacific Surfliner. So we'll be doing some trips out there as well. Not quite sure when, but I do want to head out there before Caltrain electrifies everything. So I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Also, speaking of Caltrain, stay tuned this weekend for the second scenario in the switching, the MP15 Switcher DLC. We're going to be doing the Santa Clarita Savior scenario. So stay tuned for that upcoming this week, or this weekend actually. Probably on Sunday for the most part. Actually, no, it'll probably be like Saturday. So stay tuned for that. I do have a GTA 5 video coming up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that as well. Just going to put the dynamic brake back on. So coming up on Milepole 16. Alright. But yeah, like I said, if you guys are enjoying the video, do make sure you hit the like button, as well as hit that subscribe button as well. If you guys have any suggestions on trains that I should be hauling, or any locomotive, repaint, reskin that you guys do want to see in-game, see me driving in-game, do let me know down in the comments below. It could be anything. Could be like a grain train, auto rack train, an ethanol train, passenger, Metra. Anything US related right now is what I'm doing. I'm not doing like anything out of the United States and Canada. So just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, I do actually have a notebook of like a whole bunch of different video ideas and stuff to do. So anytime someone comments saying I should do something, it does get put in that notebook, and my goal is to complete the entire notebook. So right now I have about 233 video ideas in this notebook that I have thought of on my own, that I have seen like other YouTubers do, that I'm going to put my own twist on, as well as like different things that people have requested in the comments for like LSPDFR patrols, or like stuff I should do in Train Sim, ATS, all that fun stuff. So your suggestions and stuff do not go unnoticed. They get put in this notebook here, and then whenever I feel like it's a proper time to do that video, I'll go ahead and do it. So like I said, your guys' suggestions do not go unnoticed on the channel. So like I said, I have about 233. A lot of those were actually already completed, and it's just some like different like ideas. Like I have these coronavirus series videos and stuff like that. So a lot of them are actually coming from here that I just kind of think of at work, or I think of when I'm, you know, out on the road. I write them down on my phone, then I write them down in here. And I know Ace Pilot's doing the same thing as well, so I'm not trying to like do things to copy him, because I know he's done a lot of like the pandemic coronavirus stuff as well. So I know both of us, I actually had the idea of doing something like that before, but then he beat me to it because I didn't have time to actually record anything for it. So but yeah, I'm trying to put my own twist on stuff, that so it doesn't look like I'm trying to copy him, because I'm actually not. I just have like some ideas and stuff planned and all that fun stuff. So but yeah, we're about 4.8 miles away from our destination here. So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any video ideas, any trains you want to see me haul, any like companies you want to see me do an ATS, or like any other like games that you guys want to see on the channel that I've done before that you want me to bring back, anything like that, just go ahead and let me know down in the comments below, just so I know what you guys want to see and what you guys don't want to see, and everything like that. So if your feedback is always appreciated on the channel as well. So thank you guys so much for all the support and everything like that. We're at 3.6K subscribers, which to me would have been unheard of when I first started this channel, because I didn't think I'd even get this far. So thank you guys so much for all that. But yeah, like I said, if you guys enjoyed, do make sure you hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button with the bell icon. Coming up on a crossing here. But yeah, also if you guys do want to check out the Patreon, definitely it is linked down in the description below. And it's currently, like I said, one tier. It's a $5 a month tier. And there are some different things in the tier as well. I don't specifically remember what's all in it. But I know you get like custom video ideas and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and see, because I know I have it here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. It's a $5 a month tier. You get access to bonus never before seen content, which basically is going to be like Patreon exclusive videos that'll go on the channel like maybe like a month or two after it gets released on Patreon, so you'll be seeing those. It's kind of like a Patreon exclusive, but it's not, because it'll be an exclusive for like a couple months and then it'll go live on the YouTube channel, as well as early access to new videos. So I'll have like videos unlisted and stuff like that, or I'll have some like different videos unlisted and on the YouTube channel, and and whoever's on the Patreon will be getting a link to the video so you guys can check it out, give me your feedback before it actually goes live on YouTube. Looks like we got an advanced approach here coming into Castle Rock. So we got someone down to a 50 here. As well as you guys will get a exclusive Patreon role in my Discord server. And it is different than the donator role, because the donator role in my Discord server is only for people that have donated during streams or donated to the channel in general, like not on streams. But the Patreon role will be an exclusive role only given to people in the Patreon. So the only way to do that is you have to basically prove to me that you are part of the Patreon, or you are a patron, basically. You have to prove to me that you're a part of it, and then you will get the role. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm still thinking of ways, and I've been talking to people thinking of ways, so I'll let you guys know there. As well as you guys' video requests will be done before everyone else. So if, let's say, you're part of it and you say you want me to do like I don't know, Alaska State Trooper Patrol, that patrol will be done before anybody else's requested patrol will be done, because you are supporting the channel financially, basically. So that is why I'm doing that. I figured it'd be like a nice little thank you. Originally I started out with 3 tiers, but then I'm like, what's the point? Just do a $5 a month tier. It's, I mean, no harm, no foul, basically. It's only $5. But if you guys do want to do that option, it is available. Not forcing you to, but just saying it is out there. As well as you guys can also do the donation link that I have for Streamlabs down in the description below. You guys can donate that way as well. Not asking you to donate, but I'm just saying that those options are available if you guys do want to. You guys can also use the PayPal, which is just my email, basically. You can donate there as well. I'll actually have to update my email because I don't use my YouTube email. I use my personal email for that. So, but yeah. So if that is an option for you, I'll have to add my work email, basically, is what I'm saying, or my YouTube email, not my work email. But yeah, so that is that option as well. Make sure you guys follow me on all the social media pages that I have down in the description below as well. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that fun stuff. Make sure you guys do follow me on there. And we're going to be coming to a stop here at Castle Rock 1. So we got a diversion clear, so let's go and start slowing down for that. But yeah, so just saying those options are out there and available if you guys are interested in that. Well, another thing I was going to say, but I forgot. Oh yeah, if you guys do want to add me on like Steam or anything like that, links are down in the description below as well. And here we go. Here we go. Slow and steady on the braking here. Maybe diversion here as well. There we go. There we go. Don't want to put too much pressure on the brakes here because we don't want to derail this train and break a knuckle or anything like that as well. So we don't want to put too much pressure on here. Alright, so here we are coming into Castle Rock, guys. Alright, I think it's going to just throw me an emergency anyway, so I'm not too worried about stopping. Yep, knew it. Alright, guys. Well, it's going to go ahead and do it. We reached our destination here. Going to be dropping off some different food, a couple different reefer cars to the factories, plants over here. And yeah. I'll catch you guys here on the next video. Peace.